A guy who the internet thinks cheated on his wife joins the comment section to prove his innocence.
So
the wife that supposedly got cheated on
Made a video.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
No.
God.
Before social media, I was a moderator on an Eminem message board. Not the Candy, the rapper. But it was like that. It was like where you just post and then.
Yeah, I remember the chat rooms.
It'd be great if it was for Eminem the Candy.
I know, right?
You're like,
I'm
what's
on
your
there
favorite color of
moderating
M&M's?
Hey, this doesn't have to do with M&M's. You want
like
Skittles,
the-
you go over that
Do you
board.
like the peanut butter or do you like the chocolate?
Yeah, like how far can the conversation go?
How deep is that board, dude? It's like.
It would turn sexual eventually, as all things do.
so true.
Yeah.
I feel like M&M's is another way to talk about like fucking kids or something. That sounds like.
Well, the green one was sexy, so yeah.
I did learn how to masturbate from the Eminem chat room. Like an internet predator came in there one day and taught me. So.
Wow.
Eminem the rapper?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So anyway,
No wonder you're so fucking weird, man.
I had no friends to talk to, so I had to learn everything from a resources I could get.
It's like your past life is so fascinating. You know what I mean? It's like this hypersexualized Eminem chat room moderator.
Yeah. Yeah.
That had a rap crew.
Yeah, that had her.
Performed at the talent show.
Yeah, I did drop bars sometimes.
Yeah.
Who came for the first time while an internet predator told her how to do it.
I know.
That is insane.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know.
the 90s.
I thought you had to finger yourself, and I didn't like fingers because it hurt. So then I found out there was another way to do it that I had no idea about.
And you were like,
yeah, and Google was really bad at like telling you how to do that. So like it was really Google was not good back then.
Yeah.
it was all about Yahoo.
Aren't you lucky you got to meet her later in her life?
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
figured this shit out.
She was a fucking loser,
Do
dude.
you-
I would have never hung out with her. I would have never hung out with
Hey,
her.
but you know what? The first guy I ever gave a blowjob to, I had researched how to give the perfect blowjob before, like years before I ever gave a blowjob, just to be ready, for it. And he said it was the best blowjob he's ever gotten.
Well,
And I
he
think
was
you
fucking
can
like
contest.
he was fucking 14.
I think you can
or some
contest.
shit.
Are you saying that I don't give a
No, I'm just saying like comparatively, he probably had 1.5 blowjobs at that point.
Doesn't matter. I was freaking good.
Let her have it. Let her have it, Steve.
Rather than
I'll let you
someone
have
who
it.
just bites your dick off.
Move on.
You heard her dick sucking cry, bro. She's like, what, are you fucking kidding me?
I did research.
I sucked the shit out of that thing.
You said that I give anyway.
Yeah, it's the
whatever.
bomb. It's the bomb. I will say it's
I'm
the
never
bomb.
doing it again. Never doing it again.
No,
That's
no,
fine.
wait,
No,
wait,
I'm really
wait.
bad at it. Only a 14-year-old guy would like it.
I'm getting so much.
You know what's so funny? Out of all the things you were offended by today, it was your
I know.
blowjob prowess.
I always get in trouble on JK, man.
Never gonna happen. Got it.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
You could fucking deny everything except this. Like,
I've
when
been
it
practicing for years.
You did research.
I did research.
She takes a
I
point of pride.
asked Jeeves when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
I just picture as a parent, right? Like I come into my daughter's room and she's over here with a fucking banana in her mouth, like,
What a nightmare.
Just
It's a nightmare, dude. It's over.
Wow. Well, anyways, so about this guy.
Showtime is being sued over the Mayweather McGregor fight after live stream glitches.
Oh yeah, that happened to us.
Yeah. Oh, that happened to you?
Yeah, that happened
It
to
was
us.
just kind of slow.
At Bart and Gio's house, remember? We had to.
But the actual fight didn't have a glitch, thank God.
Well, that's because we were using
I was using
David.
him. I used the live streaming on my laptop.
From Showtime, right?
Yeah, from Showtime.
Depending on how you look at the fight, it seemed pretty glitched to me. It was not fun.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of it?
I thought it was boring.
Really?
Was it slow?
I mean, I didn't think it was boring, but
Really?
But I don't want to take away from your like your.
Okay.
Don't let me take away from your boredom.
We'll break her down like she broke you down earlier.
I watched a lot of fights. I guess because it was McGregor, I'm not used to watching boxing, and I didn't know it was that like.
Oh wait, so you're used to watching UFC?
Yeah, that's the only type of fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's more gentlemanly.
So I didn't know it was gonna.
It is.
I didn't know it was gonna be like a lot of Mayweather going like this.
Put up your dukes, sir. Put up your
Going
dukes.
against the rings and like going like
Giving his back all the time.
I thought there were gonna be punches. Like I watched Rocky.
Oh, well, that's why it wasn't. You watched fiction. That's why.
What you just witnessed was actually more aggression than Mayweather has ever.
Ever.
Exactly.
It was one of the most exciting boxing that I see from.
That was considered exciting.
But what's crazy is that I remember when I was a kid watching like all these guys box, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But this Mayweather technical shit is so fucking boring.
Too in your
Yeah.
head. It's too smart.
Oh.
Like Hillary Swank was more fun to watch than that other
My God, woman.
$1 million baby.
I think because the Tyson days, the Holyfield days, I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I want to see an ear getting bit off.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would have been great.
That's because Tyson never threw a jab. Like,
I was prepped.
that fool just got in and he started throwing
Heavyweight slugger stuff, yeah.
That's the shit. The real deal shit.
But that fight was exciting for me, man. Just watching Mayweather. First of all, that first 3-4 rounds, watching him slip all those punches was crazy.
Yeah.
All of his counter punches, he was countering his counter punches.
Yeah.
He had that one solid uppercut in the beginning too. Freaked me the fuck out.
He kept going for the back of the guy's
The
head.
hammer thing. Yeah, every time.
It was so interesting too, because like he was so unorthodox, like especially because like the way I thought McGregor was gonna fight, I thought he was gonna throw big haymakers, but he was very selective about his
Yeah.
punches. And so when you usually see boxing, and especially at their weight class, boxers will come in, if they see it open, they'll start swinging, they'll go ba 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 ba. But Mayweather, he was selective, and he would throw flicker jabs quick.
Always is. That's all he does, man. That's
Yeah.
all he does. I've never seen him throw a haymaker or any of that shit. I swear to God.
I was surprised he kept like hitting him in the face. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Yeah, he couldn't slow.
It's because he was so tired, I think.
It was also really short. I thought, I don't know. I thought it would
Made it 10 rounds.
It was a lot of rounds. Nikki.
I don't know.
He's like, damn it, woman.
That's longer
It
than
was
a
longer than I thought it was gonna go.
You watched the same thing?
Oh.
You want it to be like the moment they come in, just boom.
Yeah. I wanted to see some shit.
Well, every
They would
time
be
ring the
concussed.
bell, they started pretty fast.
This is why, she watches Rocky montages, guys.
And I know they've been eating a lot of raw eggs, and I wanted to see it be worth some real shit. I wanted to see it pay
I
off.
wanted to see an action movie.
Exactly.
I wanted to see some explosions.
Nikki's like, it needed more uplifting music, I thought.
Faster and more
It's just a lot of this.
Yeah.
I was like, that's how I fight.
Yeah.
It's like a girl fight.
It was annoying too. He kept giving him his bag.
A stranger helped a woman down on her luck. Years later, she repays the favor with a blowjob.
What?
The blowjob wasn't there, I'm sorry.
Once you find out about this woman, you're gonna regret saying that.
Why? That wasn't
Like
a bad
75, a sweet old lady.
Giving blowjobs is bad. now.
So 3 years ago, there was this woman named Bundy. She was down on her luck. Her name is Bundy.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Tundi?
Bundy.
I don't know why, but I started thinking of Crocodile Dundee.
thing. Crocodile
I don't
Dundee.
blame you. I thought the same.
I thought
I
ton
thought you
deep.
said cunty or some shit.
Bundy.
Jamaican version of fucking Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm a Crocodile Dundee.
Alligator Dundee.
Yeah, so Bundy, her car broke down. She ran out of gas. She only had $5 in her pocket.
How irresponsible.
Well, she was down
She
on
was
her
probably
luck.
just poor.
Oh.
She was down on her luck.
And it was pouring rain at the same time. So
And no umbrella either?
they didn't mention that part. I'm assuming no. So then she had a long walk ahead of her to go get gas. And so there was that same day, that's when this man named Chris, he was driving with his family to church when he saw Bundy walking along the side of the road. And so he kept driving, he dropped off his wife and told her that he'd be right back. And so that's when he turned around and then went to go pick up Bundy because he just felt compelled to go pick her up. And so he filled up
She
her
got
gas.
in the car with him?
He filled up her empty gas can and then handed her all the cash that he had in his wallet. And then they parted ways. So then 3 years later, when Chris's mother, she was really ill. She has Parkinson's disease. And then that's when, for him, things started going downhill really quickly. So the family brought in a nursing staff to take care of his mother named Judy. And then that's when they were told that she only had a few weeks to live. But there was this one nurse aide in particular that grew really close to Judy. And so they're saying that she cared for her in like the most respectful way. She had the utmost respect for human life. And amongst their talks, it was brought up how one day Bundy, which is the nurse's aide, she was down on her luck and then someone helped her with the gas. And that's when they discovered that it was Judy's son that did all this.
That's nice.
So they were like, what? Like, it was crazy. So then she grew really close to this family, and then eventually the family decided to create a You Caring page, so like to crowdfund enough money for Bundy to go to school and to become a nurse, because she was only a nurse's aide at that point. So I'm gonna show you guys a video clip of Tundi's reaction.
Wait, so this family helps her twice?
Yeah, exactly. It's not that she repaid the favor. They just helped her again.
Well, the thing is, they're saying that she repaid their favor
By taking care
of their mom.
But she was paid.
Yeah, that was her job.
Well, I guess the way that
You know, Nikki, that's the coolest thing I've heard today. How about that?
No, I feel you.
I think it's
Hope
really
you're
sweet.
proud of
I'm just
yourself.
saying that the headline is kind of clickbaity because I'm like, how is she repaying?
Nikki's that person who throws trash on the ground and she's like,
up.
pick it up. That's your fucking job.
Shut the fuck up! I do not litter.
No, I hear you. I feel you too, because I thought the same too. I'm like, it's kind of clickbaity. But then once I saw the story some more, I thought it was really sweet.
Well, she did it for free because nurses, like, they charge a lot of money, right? Nurse practitioner or whatever. It could be expensive, so she helped.
Fuck you.
This is Judy's husband. So Chris's dad.
Aww. Is Judy still alive?
No, she
passed away.
Dang.
But they're saying that Tundi was really nice to her. Like she went the extra mile. And
Extra
all that
mile.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She's just doing her job. I don't
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Why does this remind me of that movie where
Oh my god.
I just picture like Nikki at a Target just destroying everything. It's your job, right?
That's your job. She destroys a whole display at a grocery
hate you
store.
all.
She's like, pick it up, farm boy.
I see why all the comments turn on Gio, because she'll say something and everyone twists her words.
Yeah, girl.
I feel for Gio right now.
That's so
I feel you,
funny.
Gio. I feel you. I'm in your seat and I feel you. I feel your spirit through the seat cushions.
Nikki's sitting at a movie theater and she takes the popcorn and goes. And she throws the fucking bag.
The soda.
She doesn't even eat it.
That's it. That's it. She don't give a fuck.
You bring like 100 items to the freaking changing room.
Dude, she's like, no cup holder.
That's your job, isn't it?
That's right.
I was waiting for the repayment favor. God damn it.
I'm making work for you.
Why is she crying? It's her
Without
job.
me, there would be no job.
I hate you. Oh, he has a wife.
Homeworker story.
But that's her job. That's the title of this episode now.
Yeah, it should be.
But that's her job.
That's her job, dude.
Not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Not what she. Hey, you know what? Roll back the tape real quick.
Internet's gonna hate me forever.
Help Nikki
Not
out,
what I
editor,
meant.
and roll back the tape.
I know.
Joe was
Play it
saying it
again.
too. Yeah, that was her job.
But she was paid
when
to
she
do
was
it.
in
But she was paid
when
to
she
do
was
it.
in
We expect that out of him, all right? He's gone.
Yeah, right. You're supposed to be the nice one.
I'm like, yeah, it is her job,
I was
but
just
she went
waiting
above and
for the
beyond.
extra thing.
Taking care of a dying woman is not the extra thing.
But she took care of other dying women.
So it's her job, is what you're saying.
No.
You're supposed to be the Paula Abdul of the
I
show.
just okay.
You're supposed to
For just 2 cents
Nice
a
and
day.
agreeable,
you can
encouraging.
thing with no fingers, all palm.
You don't have to Simon. Don't be the Simon. Don't stay in your lane.
Yeah, that's my job. Or David's job.
Steve's job, I think.
Yeah, right. That's our job. Yeah. Thank you.
I had to pick my ex-boyfriend up from jail one time because
Oh, you like to choose him right, huh?
wow, what's up with all these losers? No. He's like the nicest looking guy. Like he has a Hawaiian shirt on, whatever. Anyway,
She's called me weird looking in 2 videos
yeah.
ago.
it's just a weird head shape. That's all. Anyway, he I guess had over $1,000 of parking tickets that were unpaid, and so like when a cop pulled him over for like a stop, not stopping all the way or something like that, something minor, he looks up his driver's license and he's got all these unpaid parking tickets, and so he just took him to jail, and like they like took his car to like an impound or whatever. Yeah, and so he wasn't allowed to even like call me or anything. Like he was supposed to pick me up for a date, and I hadn't heard from him. I thought he was like in an accident or something. Yeah, I was like staying at his buddy's house. Like, have you heard from him? And we were just both like waiting to like hear from this guy, and he calls at like 2 a.m. Like I ended up like just crashing on the couch there, and he calls at like 2 a.m. like, I'm in jail, can you come pick me up? And I'm like, holy shit, what happened? And he's just like, unpaid parking tickets, and he had $1,000 in cash on him like, can I just give this to you?
And they wouldn't.
And no, they had to do all this paperwork bullshit and stuff.
Let me tell you something.
So
really.
he spent like the night in jail.
And he has to pay for the impound.
No, he won the lotto at his works like a lotto. They do a Friday lotto where like you put a percentage of your paycheck in.
This is the
and,
most
like,
gullible
he won
person
that week.
on the earth, right here.
No.
He was a fucking drug dealer.
Shut the
He got
fuck
taken
up.
to jail. He was
Then
flush
why
with
did-
cash, by the way.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? And she bought the
I would
fucking
believe it if-
unpaid parking
No.
ticket story, and then I have $1,000 cash on hand.
He talked about the lotto thing every week though. Like there was a thing. Like he never won this lotto.
Well, he was setting up the cover up.
He keeps winning the work lotto.
Fuck you guys.
She's so fucking stupid. I can't handle it.
Nikki.
So what about this ether stuff? Is that real?
What's real?
Ethereum?
I don't know what the fuck
These
you're talking
bitcoins,
about. I don't know
huh?
what you're talking about.
Cause I'm falling for that.
Question is, what was his ethnicity?
He was half Filipino, half white.
Breakdancing drug dealer?
Yeah, that's what that is. If he's half Filipino, he's basically Mexican, so. Yeah.
He was like a 6 foot. He looked white. He looked like a tan white guy. He was 6'1", huge dick, like huge dick.
This is the worst day of my whole life.
He was ripped, just totally
I
ripped,
can't believe this is happening.
like totally
My
ripped.
marriage
Like
is
this guy
falling
went to
apart
the
in
gym
JK
every
video.
day.
I know.
His dick is definitely bigger than yours.
Of course he is.
I blame the seeds. Bart and Gio are always fighting there.
Said a huge, after she said it took her 3 times to lose her
Yeah,
vagina.
feng shui.
You couldn't do anything with it in the first place. No. No.
Next
why we
video.
broke up.
How do I do?
I had to break up because his dick was too big. This human light bulb claims that he feeds on electricity when he gets hungry.
I better not catch him eating one piece of fucking food, I swear to God.
Like this dude just licks batteries all day?
I hope he's 8. He's like, I'm hungry. I eat light bulbs.
Sounds like a fucking Smallville episode.
It's a fucking Addams Family member, for
He's
sure.
like freak of the week shit.
Or the TLC addicted to My Strange Addiction.
Oh, yeah,
where
that's
they eat
good.
like sofas and,
Yeah, the
and
guy
walls and
eats
stuff.
bricks and shit.
Yeah.
Sponges.
How do you eat electricity? Like, I just can't picture a plate of electricity pie or some shit. Like,
I think it's got to be the battery thing, battery licking.
Or he's just licking the wall sockets.
Yeah, so now he says that if there isn't food ready at home, because he has a wife and kids, that if food isn't ready and he's hungry, that he just sucks on a live wire and for like 10 minutes and he'll feel satisfied and full.
Really?
What the
how did it come
hell?
from like, oh, I can't get shocked to, I could fucking eat this shit? Like,
That transition, right?
This is a quote
What do
of
you mean
his.
suck on a wire? The fuck does that mean?
I know. And where do you just get live wire?
Well, apparently there's live wire or exposed wires all over their home. And
What's wrong with
and
that?
he's got kids? Yeah, he has kids. So they're not, the kids and the wife and kids aren't allowed to touch the wires.
Oh,
And
that's
so
good.
he-
Let's have that
There's
rule.
wires that are just plugged into the walls with no appliance attached to the other
And
side.
that shit's going around like a snake, like,
What the hell is going on?
Wasn't this a Spider-Man episode? Like the, what's his name?
Did you say
Jamie
Spider-Man?
Foxx?
Spider-Man.
Like
Wasn't this a Mr. Spider-Man episode?
Spider-Man.
The Jewish adventurer.
Yeah, right. Mr. Spider-Man and Friends. Jesus, Nikki.
But wasn't Jamie Foxx's character like the Electric Man?
Was he?
He's like, it's my
Oh
birthday.
right, Electro. Yeah, Electro.
I don't know, but they remind
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I like how it's an episode too. You're like my freaking mom describing something. She's like, oh, I love all those Lord of the Rings episodes. And you're like, oh, Jesus. It's so true though. That's how they talk.
Fuck.
You're truly an old lady now.
Yeah.
Quote of Naresh.
In Unfit Army News, yeah, that's the one I want to be on. Submitted by your midnight snack.
That's why they are unfit.
That's sexual, right? In nature, isn't it?
In nature?
Your midnight snack, it's sexual in nature.
Oh, is it? Mine's always like lasagna and pizza and like bad things for you.
It's like, hey, you want to be my midnight snack?
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, they call people snacks now. Like, oh, that person's a snack.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, I've been called.
I'm a
snack
fucking
now,
whole
yeah.
big ass meal. I'm a 3-course meal. I don't know what you're talking about, snack. God damn.
Nikki's like a heavy lunch.
A heavy lunch.
Oh, you're going backwards points today.
It's the seeds, I'm telling you. it's the seeds.
I don't know.
Do not put heavy in a word that you're using to describe me. Fuck you.
You're not getting
I
laid
love
for a
heavy
long
lunch.
time, dude.
I love a warm, a nice warm lunch.
You should have said a hearty, right? A hearty might be better.
not
No,
hearty
not a
either.
hearty.
A lovely.
Hey, whatever he's saying, that's what I meant.
Hearty, healthy, husky, nothing that starts with an H is really gonna be really bad.
Why do I do it? Why do I do
You're
it?
an idiot.
You are an idiot, dude. I gotta give you that.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
A happy lunch.
Yeah, thank you.
The Chinese army has reported that young recruits are too fat and masturbate too much to pass fitness tests. This is true.
True.
I protected my grasshopper.
Oh yeah, tell the viewers about your grasshoppers.
No.
Oh what? You brought it up.
You got a grasshopper?
Nikki, this bitch is so crazy.
Oh, were you? You weren't there?
I know he wasn't here. He wasn't here yet.
Okay, so when Steve saw me, I was headed out the door, like close to tears, and he was like, "What's up?" And I'm like,
Today?
No, this is like 2 days ago.
2 days ago? No, it was yesterday. And I was like, "No, you're gonna make fun of me." And then he's like, "Okay, got it." And so I left, I came back, and then he's like, "Are you gonna tell me now?" And I was like, okay, so
I have a question, because she does this too. Why don't you like Steve making fun of you? Like, you know that he's gonna make fun of you?
yeah.
Because like she'll do things, right, where
Well,
she's
I
like,
need him to know that I know that it's make fun of worthy. I am aware. I'm self-aware that what I'm doing is ridiculous.
I want to know about the grasshopper.
yeah.
Fuck this love shit. What happened to the grasshopper?
Okay, so there was this grasshopper, this baby grasshopper, teeny tiny baby grasshopper.
So it's like a cricket.
Well, but it was a baby.
They're an Asian thing. It's an Asian thing.
Okay.
And I named him Gary because he would always be in the patio in the morning.
Why Gary?
And, like, I don't know, it just
kept
came
coming
to me.
back?
Yeah, he was always there in the mornings when I would write in my journal in the patio. And then one day he disappeared, and I found a dead baby grasshopper. I thought he was dead, and I was like, oh, it's so sad.
But it's not Gary.
Okay, but then 2 weeks later, I saw a grasshopper the same age in our tree, and I was like, oh, he's not dead, it's Gary. And then I looked up, and there was like 9 of them staring at me, and they're all eating my tree. Like, my tree is like, help me. And so I'm like, fuck, I gotta help this tree.
So you shook the fucking tree?
No, but I didn't want to kill the grasshoppers because they're really majestic looking, and they're all little like babies. And so I ended up moving them all with a jar. I just relocated them. I like took each one.
But they need to eat.
Yeah, I took them to a new tree.
So you fucking some other tree up?
Let her finish. It's not my tree.
I wanted to hear it.
I want to hear.
If anyone should understand that logic, it's you.
It's not my tree.
It's not my tree.
Yeah, it's the HOA's tree. I pay for it too. Whatever. Okay, so do you want to hear the story or not, Joe? There was one grasshopper that didn't let me take it. It was like hiding every time I tried to get it. So it was like, whatever, you can stay. And so for a while I was letting it stay, and then it was just eating too much of the tree. So I went to go take it out, and this one is the only grasshopper that would react when I would try to get it. It was like, all the other ones just willingly went in the jar. This one's like, I want to stay here. Yeah.
Let me guess, this one was the last one.
I got
too.
him. Yeah, it was the last one. And so I got him, and he had been there for a while, and was like, okay, fine, you cool. But then he was eating too much. Then I had him in the jar, and he kept looking at me. And like I would turn the jar, like so he's not looking at me, and he would turn around and keep looking at me. And I would turn it, and like he's, I don't know if you ever looked at a grasshopper, but they're looking at you like with their red eyes. And so then I put him on, I like aim it towards the tree, and he doesn't want to go. He turns around the other way and looks at me through the end of the jar. And I'm like, oh. And then he finally like gets on the leaf, but immediately after getting on the leaf, he turns and like looks at me. And then he's just looking at me, and I'm like, Gary, don't make this harder than it has to be. And then I'm really distraught. I go back in the house, and then I go through the backyard area, and it's so lonely out there after he's gone. And then I'm trying to eat my breakfast, and I'm getting so emotional.
See how crazy she is?
I'm PMSing, okay? And then that's when I decided to go back out to the tree and bring him home. And that's when Steve saw me. And so
you kept them?
I go back out to the tree, and I took the leaf he was on, and he could have hopped away if he didn't really want to be with me. But he did want to be with me, and I put him back in my tree.
So you have one grasshopper that eats your tree now.
Yeah, but he could have it.
Also, when she found the dead grasshopper like a couple weeks ago, she thought it was Gary, and she cried, and I had to hug her. And then after she brought,
It wasn't Gary though.
and then after she brought him back into our yard, she needed me to hug her in the kitchen while she cried because
I almost gave him away.
she almost gave him away. There was this game a couple years ago, many years ago, called Star Wars Galaxies. Okay, and you could play online in the Star Wars universe. That's fine. You can call me nerd. But are you ready to find out what pimp ass bully shit I used to do back then? So 2 people were getting married in the game. And I found out about this via the message boards. And so me and my brother went to the wedding, and we established what is called a role play with each other, where everyone's like lined up on the aisle, and I sat down in one spot. And then, my brother sat down in one spot, and then I walked up to my brother and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, you're sitting in my seat." And he was like, "Oh no, I'm not. I've actually been here for a while." And I'm like, "Sir, you're absolutely in my seat. I was here, and then I had to get up real quick, and then now I'm back." And we're all we're typing all this in game.
Wow.
And then, meanwhile, the bride and groom are like walking down the fucking aisle, and I'm like, and he's like, "We're gonna have to take this outside." And I was like, "We're gonna have to take this right here." And we both whipped out our guns in the middle of the game, and we're fucking shooting each other with the guns, right? And we're like circle strafing around the bride and groom, like as we're shooting each other.
That's fun.
Ruining their wedding.
But because we use a type of weapon that we weren't certified to use or whatever, you do no damage to each other. So you see all the blaster bolts firing and shit. We're doing rolls and shit, shooting each other with rocket launchers and shit. No damage. And we did this shit for like fucking 35 minutes. And I was laughing so hard I was crying.
Oh my god.
And they're all like, "Stop, you're ruining our beautiful wedding, stop! Stop fighting, please, stop!" And I was like, "I'm not stopping because this man upset me and upset my honor and shit." So I used their stupid bullshit role-playing rules because that way I wouldn't get banned from the game because I was role-playing too and they were role-playing.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
Nikki, you married this man?
Yeah, I didn't know any of this before.
I played these games so I could fuck with people. I've been doing it my whole life.
You troll mess.
It's a blast, dude.
Yeah, so anyways.
She's still upset about the heavy lunch thing, bro.
I am. I don't forget. I'm not a like let things roll off my back type of.
You're gonna have to make that up for later, just a little bit later, bro.
I was kidding.
No.
Oh man.
Nope.
It's there. I see it. I see it in the air. I can like physically see
It
it.
just gets quiet.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
we're
quiet.
cool.
It's not even on this video. You'll have to watch a different JKNews video to see why I'm so mad at him. He doesn't get blowjobs. He doesn't get anything.
Oh man.